A supernatural declaration that the world must awaken and that the chosen ones, you, must stand alert, prepared, and unwavering. For too long, the world has walked in complacency, distracted by its own devices, its pleasures, its endless noise, and now God is commanding silence through the darkness. A massive blackout is coming, and it will shake the hearts of the nations. Lights will fail, machines will stop, and the false securities of this world will vanish in an instant. But for you, the chosen one, this is not a time for fear. This is a time for discernment, for awakening, for obedience. Look closely, for this blackout is a symbol. Just as Israel once wandered in darkness, guided only by the light of God's presence, so too will the nations find themselves stripped of their comforts. The hour of reckoning is near, and the light you cling to must now be the eternal light, the light that comes from God Himself. Do not seek safety in man, in technology, or in the illusions of this age. Seek the divine and stand firm. Hear the words that echo through the heavens. Prepare, for the day is coming when the power of man will fail and only the power of God will remain. This blackout will reveal what is hidden, it will expose what is corrupt, and it will uncover the hearts of men. And the chosen ones, those who remain steadfast in faith, those who have listened to the whispers of the Spirit, will rise above the darkness. Do not be deceived by panic or confusion. While the world stumbles in fear, you, chosen one, must walk with courage. You must prepare your household, strengthen your spirit, and align yourself with God's will. For this blackout is both a warning and a call to vigilance, a call to prayer, a call to the awakening of the righteous. Mark this moment, for it is a sign. The darkness that descends is not the end, but a revealing. Those who cling to worldly security will falter. Those who seek the eternal light will endure. This is a time for faith, for action, and for unwavering devotion. The powers that be may tremble, nations may falter, but you, the chosen one, will shine in the darkness because God Himself walks with you. So prepare, chosen one. Guard your spirit, secure your household, and lift your eyes to heaven. The massive blackout is coming. It's happening now. But remember, in the hour of darkness, the light of God will never fail. You are the chosen, you are the watchman, and the Lord of hosts is with you. Stand firm, for your hour of purpose has arrived. Chosen one, hear me now. The darkness that approaches is not random. It is not the result of mere human error or the whims of chance. This is a declaration from the Almighty Himself, a divine warning that echoes across the heavens and shakes the foundations of the earth. God is speaking, and the world is rushing past His voice, deafened by the noise of its own distractions. But you, chosen one, are called to listen. You are called to recognize that this blackout, massive, unprecedented, and sudden, is a signal, a message that cannot be ignored for centuries. God has sent warnings to His people, and they have been overlooked, dismissed, or denied. Yet history is a testimony to the power of His voice, a record of the signs that came before calamities, before judgment, before correction. Just as He warned the ancient nations through prophets, signs, and dreams, so now He moves in the present hour. The blackout is not just a flickering of lights, it is a moment saturated with spiritual significance. It is God saying, wake up, look around you, see the peril you walk into, and turn your heart back to me. Do not mistake this for mere inconvenience. Do not see this as something that will pass without consequence. This is a divine interruption in the flow of human life, a moment designed to pause the rush of complacency, to shake the false securities of this age. The world clings to its technology, its conveniences, its systems of control, believing them to be strong, believing them to be permanent. But God is revealing the fragility of all that men trust. In a single moment, the blackout will strip away the illusion of control, leaving only the reality of the divine presence. Understand this, chosen one. God does not operate randomly. Every shadow that falls, every sudden loss of power, every disruption carries meaning. This is a call to discernment. It is a call to pay attention to the signs, to recognize the times, and to act with urgency. The darkness is a message. The silence of the machines, the absence of light, the sudden stillness of the world. These are the instruments of divine warning. God is reaching out, beckoning His people to turn, to repent, to prepare, to awaken to what is coming. Do not be afraid. Fear is for those who do not know him, but awareness, vigilance, and action are for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. The chosen ones will recognize the significance of this moment. They will understand that the blackout is more than physical, it is spiritual. It is a reminder that life without God's guidance is empty, fragile, and fleeting. It is a signal that the time for complacency is over. So take heed, chosen one. Listen to the warning, for it is from the highest authority in heaven. Open your eyes to the signs that surround you. Prepare your heart, fortify your spirit, and align yourself with the will of God. The blackout is coming, and it is happening now. But in recognizing it as a divine warning, in responding with obedience and faith, you will find guidance, protection, and clarity in the midst of the darkness. God has spoken. Will you hear him? Will you respond? The time is now and the warning is clear. Chosen one, hear me clearly, for the hour demands action, not delay. The darkness is approaching, and it will arrive suddenly like a thief in the night, catching the unprepared off guard. This is the moment when the world's false securities will crumble, when the comforts that men rely upon will vanish in an instant. But for you, the chosen one, this is not a time for panic. It is a time for preparation, for fortifying your spirit, your household, and your life according to the guidance of God. Do you understand what it means to be prepared? It is not simply to store provisions or to seek safety in human measures. Preparedness begins in the heart, in the spirit. It is the cultivation of faith that cannot be shaken, trust that cannot falter, and alignment with the will of God that cannot be broken. The blackout is more than an interruption of power. It is a testing ground for the chosen ones. It will reveal who stands on the foundation of God's truth and who clings to the fragile pillars of the world. The world will stumble in confusion. Panic will grip nations, cities, and neighborhoods. Darkness will fall over homes, streets, and systems that men thought invincible. But you, chosen one, must rise above the chaos. You must prepare yourself spiritually, for your faith will be the guiding light when every other light is extinguished. Prayer, vigilance, and discernment are your first defenses. Strengthen your connection with God, for in that connection lies wisdom that will direct your every step when the darkness descends. Prepare also your household. Those entrusted to your care look to you for guidance, protection, and reassurance. This is the hour to act decisively. Secure your home, ensure that your family is ready, and establish order in the midst of coming disorder. The world may panic, but your home must remain a place of calm, a place of faith, a place where God's presence reigns even as the world descends into uncertainty. Do not wait for the blackout to strike before taking action. The chosen ones understand that preparation is a spiritual mandate as much as a physical one. It is an obedience that aligns with God's purposes, a readiness that honors his sovereignty. Those who heed this call will find strength, clarity, and protection. Those who delay will face the consequences of neglect, caught unawares when darkness overtakes the unready. This is also a call to awareness. Watch for the signs both in your environment and in your spirit. Listen for God's voice guiding your steps, warning you of hidden dangers, and revealing the paths that lead to safety. Be alert, for the chosen ones are meant to see what others cannot, to act where others hesitate, and to shine as beacons of faith when all else is shrouded in uncertainty. Remember, preparedness is not just about surviving the blackout. It is about fulfilling your calling, demonstrating your faith, and standing firm in obedience. The darkness will come, yes, but in your readiness you will not only endure, you will rise above it. Your preparedness becomes a testimony of God's power and a witness to the world that the faithful are not shaken. Even in the midst of trial, chosen one, the time is now. Do not delay. Fortify your spirit. Prepare your household. Align your heart with God's will. The massive blackout is coming, and it will test all that is fragile. But you, the chosen one, will stand ready, steadfast, and victorious, because your preparedness is not just physical or mental. It is divine. Chosen one, listen closely. For the darkness that descends is more than the mere absence of light. This blackout is a symbol, a divine sign, a supernatural message that reaches far beyond the physical world. It is a mirror held up to the heart of mankind, revealing the hidden, exposing the corrupt, and stripping away every false sense of security that the world has come to trust. This is not just a loss of electricity, it is a loss of illusion, a revealing of the spiritual truths that men often ignore. The world has built its confidence upon fleeting foundations, wealth, technology, comfort, and human ingenuity. Men trust in systems, in networks, in machines, believing them to be permanent, believing them to be strong. But God's voice thunders through this coming blackout. All that you trust in the darkness will fail. Only the light of my presence endures. What you see as power, strength, and security is temporary, fragile, and fleeting. The darkness strips it bare, exposing the vulnerability of all that is created by human hands. But the darkness is not merely a warning, it is a revelation. It unveils the true state of hearts. Those who have sought the Lord, who have walked in faith, will stand firm, guided by a light that cannot be extinguished. But those who have turned away, who have relied solely on themselves and the world around them, will be revealed for what they truly are: vulnerable, unprepared, and lost without the divine presence. This blackout is a spiritual lens, chosen one, through which the true condition of mankind is magnified for all to see. Every shadow that falls carries meaning. Every sudden flicker of absence is a message. God is speaking through the darkness, calling His people to awareness, repentance, and awakening. He's reminding the chosen ones that the light we cling to is not the light of men, not the light of systems, but the eternal light of His presence, which guides, protects, and sustains when all else fails. The darkness reveals that life without God is fragile, uncertain, and fleeting. The comfort of man-made security crumbles in an instant, but the chosen one who walks in God's light stands unshaken. Do not fear the darkness, chosen one, for it is both a judgment and a mercy. It is a divine tool to awaken hearts, to sharpen discernment, and to expose the hidden things that lurk in secrecy. The darkness removes distraction, it removes illusion, it removes the false comforts that blind the nations. And through this darkness, God reveals what has always been obscured. Who truly walks with Him and who has strayed. This symbolic darkness is also a call to vigilance. It urges the chosen ones to remain steadfast, to stand in obedience, and to maintain unwavering faith. While the world stumbles in confusion, while the proud fall into fear, those who have prepared spiritually, who have aligned themselves with God, will navigate the darkness with clarity and purpose. They will recognize the signs, understand the warnings, and act in accordance with divine wisdom. Chosen one, the darkness is a message written by God Himself. It is a revelation of what is hidden, a test of faith, and a reminder of the eternal truths that govern life. Do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it. Embrace it, understand it, and allow it to awaken you to the power and presence of God in your life. For in the darkness, the light of the chosen ones shines brightest, a light that is not of this world, a light that cannot be extinguished, and a light that reveals the glory of God to all who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Chosen one, hear this with clarity and conviction. Though the darkness spreads across the land, though the lights of men may fail, though the systems of the world may crumble, you are not alone. This is a time of testing, yes, but it is also a time of divine encouragement. God Himself is strengthening the faithful, lifting their spirits, and reminding them that those who remain steadfast in obedience will not be shaken. The world may falter, nations may panic, but you, chosen one, will stand firm because the Lord walks with you. Do not be disheartened by the fear that grips others. Do not be swayed by the confusion that spreads like a flood. The darkness will reveal the strength of your faith, and in that revelation you will find courage beyond your own understanding. The faithful are not measured by the absence of challenge, but by their response to it. When chaos surrounds you, when uncertainty presses from every side, your trust in God becomes a shield, a guiding light that no darkness can overcome. This is the hour to rise above despair. For too long, many have relied on fleeting securities, money, influence, technology, or the approval of men, believing them to be strongholds. But God reminds you now, it is your faith, your obedience, your steadfastness that is unshakable. The blackout, the silence, the sudden stillness of the world is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal who trusts in the eternal and who trusts in the temporary. You, chosen one, are called to trust in Him alone. Take heart, for encouragement flows from God Himself. He is whispering to your spirit, saying, I am with you. I have not forsaken you. I will guide you through the darkness, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and filled with my light. Those who walk faithfully through this hour will bear witness to His power. They will see the unfolding of His plans, even when the world sees only chaos. The faithful are the ones who will shine like stars in the night, illuminating the path for others, revealing the presence of God in a world blinded by fear. Do not underestimate the power of perseverance. Every prayer, every act of faith, every decision to obey God in this hour becomes a testament to His glory. The chosen ones are not called to passivity. They are called to vigilance, to discernment, and to action rooted in faith. While the nations stumble in confusion, the faithful will move with clarity. While others panic, the chosen ones will stand in peace. This is the reward of those who anchor themselves in the eternal light rather than the flickering lights of man. Encouragement is not only for the spirit, but for practical life as well. Prepare, yes, but do not let preparation replace faith. Strengthen your household, secure your needs, and act wisely, but let every action be guided by the assurance that God is your protector. The faithful do not rely solely on provisions, but on the providence of God. The world may shake, but your soul will stand firm because it rests on a foundation that cannot fail. Chosen one, the darkness may terrify the unprepared, but it will inspire courage in you. The faithful are the ones who will shine, the ones who will endure, the ones who will witness the power and glory of God in ways that the world cannot comprehend. Take heart, chosen one, for encouragement flows from the throne of heaven itself. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, protected, and empowered to stand firm in the hour of darkness. Let this assurance strengthen your spirit, fortify your resolve, and guide your steps as you walk through the coming night with unwavering faith. Chosen one, the blackout that descends upon the world is not merely a physical event. It is a spiritual clarion call, a divine trumpet sounding across the nations, urging the chosen to awaken from slumber, to shake off complacency, and to rise into the fullness of their calling. The world has grown dull, distracted by noise, enticed by pleasure, and numbed by convenience. But God, in His mercy, is awakening the faithful through this darkness, calling them into alertness, into discernment, into alignment with His eternal purposes. Do you hear it, chosen one? The silence that falls over the cities, the sudden stillness that grips the systems of man. It is a message. It is God speaking, saying, wake up, see what has been hidden, walk in my truth, prepare for what is coming. The blackout strips away the distractions, the comforts, and the illusions, leaving only what is real, the eternal light of God and the human heart in need of Him. This is an invitation, a summons to spiritual awakening that cannot be ignored. The awakening begins within you. It starts with the heart, with the spirit, with a turning toward God that is sincere, fervent, and unrelenting. It is not a casual acknowledgement of faith, but a deliberate alignment of your life, your mind, and your actions with His divine will. The chosen ones are called to awaken to the reality of the times, to discern the signs, and to act with purpose and obedience. For in the hour of darkness, those who remain asleep spiritually will be overwhelmed by fear. But those who are awake in spirit will see clearly, understand wisely, and act decisively. This spiritual awakening is both personal and communal. It strengthens your household, your family, and those entrusted to your care. It radiates into your community, becoming a beacon of hope and a testimony to the power of God in a world engulfed in uncertainty. When others stumble in confusion, when nations tremble in fear, the spiritually awakened will walk with courage, offering guidance, faith, and clarity that comes only from God. They will not rely on human wisdom or worldly understanding, for their insight comes from the Spirit, and their actions are directed by divine guidance. Do not underestimate the urgency of this awakening. The darkness is not a mere inconvenience, it is a divine alarm. It calls for repentance, for vigilance, for prayer, and for a return to the heart of God. It is a time to shed the complacency that dulls the spirit, to abandon the distractions that cloud discernment, and to step fully into the purpose for which you were chosen. The faithful who heed this call will emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with God's plans than ever before. Chosen one, this is a time to rise. The blackout is a divine catalyst for spiritual clarity. Let it awaken you to your mission, to your responsibilities, and to the power of God working in and through you. Every moment of fear, every shadow that falls, every silence that grips the world is an opportunity to awaken more deeply, to draw nearer to God, and to embrace the calling placed upon your life. The world may stumble in darkness, but the spiritually awakened will stand firm, guided by the eternal light that never fades, never fails, and never abandons those who seek it. Awaken, chosen one. Hear the call. Rise from spiritual slumber. Let the blackout be the moment when your faith ignites, your discernment sharpens, and your purpose is revealed. For in the hour of darkness, the spiritually awakened will shine brightest, and the glory of God will be made manifest through those who are fully awake to His presence, His power, and His plans. Chosen one, listen with your spirit, for in the darkness that envelops the world, there is a light that cannot be extinguished. This blackout, this sudden cessation of the things men trust in, is not the end. It is a revelation, a reminder that while man's light falters, the light of God endures forever. The faithful are called to fix their eyes on this eternal light, to place their hope not in the fleeting, but in the unchanging, not in the temporal, but in the everlasting. When all else fails, God's light will shine, guiding, protecting, and sustaining you in ways the world cannot comprehend. Do not let the fear of darkness overshadow the promise of His light. Many will stumble, many will panic, many will look to every direction for help, but those who place their hope in God will never be disappointed. The light of God is a beacon that pierces through every shadow, illuminates every hidden truth, and brings clarity to what seems impossible. This is the assurance given to the chosen ones, that even in the deepest night, the light of the Almighty is present, unyielding and victorious. The blackout is a test, a trial, and a revelation all at once. It strips away the illusions of man-made power, but it reveals the steadfastness of God's care. Where the world sees only chaos, the faithful see God's hand. Where others see despair, you see divine opportunity. The light of God is not just a comfort, it is a guide, a protector, a source of strength that empowers you to rise above fear, confusion, and uncertainty. It is the light that illuminates the path of the chosen ones, enabling them to act with wisdom, courage, and unwavering faith. Do you understand, chosen one, that hope in God's light is not passive? It is not merely wishing for safety or praying for convenience. It is a deep, abiding trust, a conscious choice to believe in His promises even when the world is consumed by darkness. It is to walk steadily, guided by faith, knowing that every step taken in alignment with God's will is protected by His hand. The light of God becomes your compass, your shield, and your source of courage when all else falls away. Remember, the light of God is eternal and unchanging.